Yo everybody, it is Woody, aka Super Tight Woody, and this is the last song on my project called Living Room. It's called GG. GG stands for good game. So it's like saying good game, GG. And I thought that was a good way to end the album. Just like GG, good game. It's a really difficult process making an album. It's hard to put yourself out there. First of all, it's hard to put together songs that sound cohesive enough to fit on a project. It's difficult to take the time, the energy, the resources to create the music in the first place, right? You got to do the cover art. You got to do behind the scenes videos. You got to do social media. You have to promote it. I'm minting NFTs. There's so many different things that go into a project. And at the end of the day, it really reminds me of some sort of sport or some sort of game where at the end of it, you're like, GG, good game. It's been great. I left it out all on the court. I gave it everything I have. And I think that it's something that I'm really proud of. This album is something that I'm going to look back on in years, and I'm still going to hold it very close to my heart. If you are a creative person, I think the main thing is just that, to give it all you have. Because sometimes you feel like you're behind the 8 ball. There's a lot of comparisons to other people, to other producers, to other musicians, to other artists. You see your friends popping off, or you see somebody else doing something. It's really easy to get lost in the sauce and start comparing yourself to others, start thinking that you're not good enough. But at the end of the day, we're all good enough. You are good enough. And you have a unique perspective that no one else has on music, on visual aesthetic, on everything. Right? Everybody learns through these different influences throughout their journey in creating. This is a short song, but I put a lot of emotion into it and a lot of heart into it, hoping that when you do get to the end of this album, to the end of the project, the last song, that you hear what I'm conveying through my vocals and through my music, to translate just all the things that we just talked about, to translate that I am good enough, that I am a great music producer. And some people take that for granted and think that it's just easy to do, that it's easy to make these videos. Like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, yo, I'm making these videos and I get no views on YouTube, or people aren't listening to my stuff or whatever. And it's easy to get into the blame game and start really like deteriorating yourself. But if you just keep going and you just keep pressing on and doing cool things that you think energetically are cool, it will hit and things will happen for you. So with all that said, let's get into the session and check it out. I can't believe it's the last one. This is crazy. So I really wanted to make this thing something that you get lost in with your thoughts. Really dreamy. The drums don't kick in until the second half. We'll get into that. But it started off with this sample. This is actually me playing the guitar through this bad boy right here. It is the hologram microcosm. And it basically just makes sounds ambient and vibey, like reverby, delay, all that stuff. So I was playing the guitar through that thing, and then I chopped it up. So there's 2 layers of the sample. There's and then on top of that, and you could just get lost in that. You could just get lost in it. From the sample, I then recorded these vocals, right? And here, I'll play just the vocals right here. It's just like 5 stacks of me singing, right? Then underneath that, I did a reverse reverb thing. So now, when you hear that, it'll be like swelling like the ocean. Like you'll hear the vocals, but then they're already like coming back in on themselves. It's the ocean, man. And if you want to, so if you just listen to only the reverse reverb, right? It's just like a ghost. So then there's the bass. Pretty standard bass. And what is happening right now, what's happening is that starts out with those elements, and these other elements are fading in throughout the whole first portion of the song. You can hear these elements. Fading in. It reaches this crescendo here. And I also have some rain in the background. This is like something that most people don't even notice, but if you just throw a sound effect like this, rain, crickets, nature, waves, anything, right, in the background and make it a background element, it can add so much texture to your music, right? It's just rain. But it just gives it such a dramatic, just vibes, man. I love that stuff. And then the second part. There's my same vocals that I had, but I pitched them up an octave. And that sounds terrible, right? Soloed, it sounds terrible. But when you listen to it in context, because there's so much other stuff going on that it just makes it a background element, not a primary element. One of my favorite parts of this is when I made these drums, I just destroyed them. Like, there's so much limiting going on, and there's so many effects going on that, here, listen to these. It almost sounds like a different song. There's so much distortion. Like I resampled it. There was a few different samples that I put in there. So this is 3 drum breaks put in on top of each other, panned, and then EQ'd and compressed. It just doesn't make any sense, man, but it does at the same time. So then I bounced all of those elements to audio, and you get this distorted, gross drum beat. It doesn't sound good. That's the funny thing about making music and this project in general, is like most of these elements don't sound beautiful by themselves, but in the context of the song, it makes it cut through the noise, right? And that's it. That's the end of Living Room right there. That's crazy. So that is the breakdown of GG. It has been a great GG. Thank you guys for watching all these videos. It's been really exciting to put these out and to get feedback from people on my processes and getting to teach people that might not know how to do these things, what goes into making a song. And it's been exciting, fun, and I'm really excited about Living Room. And I'm also, if you're an artist, you're always excited for the next thing as well. And so I'm excited about just continuing to create and build. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, and for vibing. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.